It's game 2 of the Braves' 3-game homestand, and it brings in the Harwich Mariners. Welcome into a pregame Tomahawk talk. Calvin Christoforo, Daniel Coates, and Reeves Jackson. And Daniel, this game a rematch of a game from last Friday where the Braves won a 4-1 game, but it was really a game where the Braves had that 3-run first inning, and then it was kind of dead even the rest of the way. What did you see in that game, and how can the Braves improve off that today?
Well, it was the perfect formula for a Braves win. Get off to a hot start and keep it and start defending. Get the momentum swinging early and let the bats follow. So today I'm excited because it's an opportunity for us to bounce back from what was an offensive performance in our game just a couple of days ago that really we saw our first struggles at the plate, especially now with Reggie Crawford gone. There's a couple of guys in the mix. I'll talk about it in a sec. But there's a couple of guys now in the mix that I'm really looking forward to. Caden Wallace, Max Anderson from Nebraska coming in. I think they're going to have to do a lot more at the plate, especially with Peter Van Loon on the mound. He can't do it all, so need the bats to get hot early on.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about the offense in just a minute, but we're going to go to the pitching next, Reeves. Peter Van Loon making officially now his first start today. If you remember, he was the starter in that game in Katuitt that the rain canceled, but he kind of struggled in that start. How does he bounce back today?
I think just being a little more around the zone. He fell behind early in some counts against the Kettleers early on in that game, and then when he was trying to get back in the count, he was just throwing pitches that were over the plate, and then they were touching him up. So get ahead in the count. First pitch strikes is going to be a key factor for Van Loon today. Doesn't quite have the velocity of some of the other starters. We know this is a lower velocity team, but Van Loon especially is going to be 86, 87, 88 with that fastball. But another tall right-hander, 6'5", 220 pounds, and at UC Irvine, now we can officially say we have an anteater. That is pitched for the Braves, but was 5-3 with a 4.42 ERA. And had 87 strikeouts and 20 walks. So this is a guy that can get ahead and establish his fastball early in the count. That's what he has to do today in order for us to pick up the win today against Harwich.
Yeah, we talked about the game. They'll match up with Harwich on Friday, but let's go back to the last time the Braves were on the field. That was on Monday, a game they really had no business winning, and they didn't. They tied Chatham 3-3, a game, the first time you mentioned it earlier, the bats were gone. They were not there. 2 runs in the first 2 innings, but then after that, nothing until the bottom of the 9th inning. Reggie Crawford now not here. How does this offense get back on track with the centerpiece of their lineup not on the field?
It's going to have to come down to the newcomers stepping up to the plate, no pun intended. It's going to have to be Reggie Crawford. Reggie Crawford's absence has to be met with Caden Wallace and Max Anderson. Max Anderson coming in, he batted .332 in his 2021 campaign with the Cornhuskers from Nebraska. He was the Big Ten Player of the Year, 8 homers. We even saw it in batting practice. He has some velocity coming off the bat in the batter's box. In Caden Wallace, he's been slow, but we've seen spurts of firepower, especially with that 2-run bomb just a few days ago, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I think Joe Lampe has to come up and be more aggressive at the plate. You know, make sure that he's that leadoff hitter that will get on base every time he comes up and starts things off in a good way for the Braves. Yeah,
Max Anderson, a guy that I'm very excited to see to play tonight. Caden Wallace has already hit a home run on the season so far in just 2 games with the Braves. But for the Braves to get it done tonight and improve to 7-0-1 now on the season against Harwich, what do they have to do?
I'm going to steal a little bit of Daniel's thunder, but the bats have to be clicking today. I mean, we talked about it. This is a pitching staff that most night in and most night out, they're going to be consistent. They're going to give you a chance to win. They're going to get ahead, throw strikes, and get out of the inning, and they're not going to give up big innings. We haven't really seen the Braves give up a crooked number on the scoreboard all year other than that 4-run inning at Katuitt in which the game was canceled, in which the game that Van Loon started. So for the Braves, obviously, they had 2 hits over their final 7 innings in the tie against Chatham the other day. So the bats are going to have to wake up a little bit. We know that it might be a little more hot and cold, but for most of the season, they've been hot, and they're going to need to be again today.
Yeah, the bats, even the 2 games back at Doran Park, the Wareham game, and then on Monday against Chatham, they've been quiet. So let's see if they can heat up at home tonight. First pitch is at 6, but join us at 5:40 before the Bravos, our Braves pregame show. But until then, as always, go Braves.